Hey everyone, and welcome to the VitaCast episode 25. We're recording on May 13th, Borderlands 2, yeah! I'm Tyler Olthoff, and with me is Kyle Wakeling.
Hey guys, how's it going?
And Yuki doing the recording. We need to figure this out though, because we can't keep relying on Yuki. He's a busy man.
Got that Conception 2 to play.
That's right. Speaking of what to play, let's talk about what we've been playing before we started recordings. I've been doing a lot of Borderlands 2. A lot of Borderlands 2. I've already played like 6 or 7 hours of that. And like all the time. Also been playing some more MLB 14. Almost done with the review. Kyle got to read it and laugh at me. And told me what I need to fix, so I'm going to fix that. It's been a while, Kyle. It's been a while.
It's all good, Tyler.
So
I know you got it in you. You're just a little rusty.
Oh yeah, just a little. Maybe a lot. But yeah, I'll have that out pretty soon, hopefully. What else have I been playing? I don't think I've been playing too much else. It's really just been Borderlands 2 and MLB. Oh, nope, I lied. Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Z, played a little bit of that with my friend. He just got the Vita because he bought the Borderlands 2 bundle. And he loves Dragon Ball Z, so we've been playing a ton of that. Yeah, I think that's it. I probably played something else. I always forget something, but yeah. What about you, Kyle?
Well, I've been playing a little Borderlands 2. Not as far as you are. I think I'm only about 2 or maybe 3 hours in. But yeah, I don't see the problems that other people are having. Although a lot of the problems that people have listed are, game-breaking bugs from later in the game. I haven't really had any problems up so far, and I think it's, done pretty well so far. So,
yeah.
And I've been playing Hot Shots Golf always. Gotta get my golf on. And I've been playing Soul Sacrifice Delta, which by the time this podcast goes up, my review should be up. So check that out.
Nice.
And so Soul Sacrifice Delta, it's awesome. Really, it's kind of what the first game should have been if they had taken a little bit more time and give a little more love in the graphical department, maybe a little more organization. It would have been Soul Sacrifice Delta. So
nice.
Yeah, it's a worthy successor. I won't call it a sequel, but it's a worthy successor for sure.
Yeah. Interesting. And that's it?
Yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Not too bad. All right, yeah. Well, let's head on over to the new releases for this week. What do we got this week, Kyle?
All right, so in North America, we've got Soul Sacrifice Delta and Borderlands 2. In Europe, we've got Soul Sacrifice Delta tomorrow. And we've got Borderlands 2 is actually not releasing in tandem with the North America release. It's releasing on the 28th in Europe and the 30th in the UK. So watch for that a little later this month.
All right. Well, I might have to get Soul Sacrifice, but I already told you I'm poor, so we'll see. All right, so first up for the news, we got more evidence of Warriors Orochi III Ultimate Localization. If the listing from Australia hasn't convinced you, maybe the addition of this Germany-based one will. The USK, Germany's classification board, has rated Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate for both PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita. And while we still can't confirm it, you don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to see where this trail of breadcrumbs is leading. And also, the ESRB, which is for the US, North America region, also rated it, so it's looking pretty much confirmed. So not going to say it is completely, but pretty much.
Yeah, that's pretty much the full trail of breadcrumbs. We're like standing outside the door waiting for them to open it and show us that we're right.
Yep. So yeah, look for an announcement soon, basically.
Yep.
Alright, next up, 3 new weapons revealed for Tokuden Extreme. Screenshots have been revealed that show off 3 of the new weapons added to Tokuden Extreme and an upgraded version of Tokuden The Age of Demons. First up, we have the Kanabo. This looks like a weapon that will slow to wield but will pack a lot of punch. The Kanabo has the ability to deflect enemy attacks and may use its width to its advantage. The gun appears to be the most unique of the weapons, with the ability to show you enemy weak spots if you change into a stance. The gun also gives you different kinds of bullets and bombs to attack the Oni. Last but not least is the Naginata, a spear-like weapon that is designed for combos. Tokuden Extreme is set to release in Japan later this year. As of yet, there is no news on a Western localization. So yeah, some more weapon information. There's screenshots if you want to check those out. And if you like Tokuden, the first one, hopefully they will bring Extreme over and you can grab that if you won't.
Although it's not a very text-heavy game, so you could probably import it if you wanted to.
That's true. What Kyle said. Alright, next up, Bullet Girls announced D3 publisher and Shade, the developers behind Vita game Assault Gunners, are working on a new action game featuring girls. Instead of going with swords like most tend to these days, Bullet Girls has guns, and the characters are high school girls in the Ranger Corps. What does this mean for gameplay? Well, it means that players will be able to use different firearms such as handguns, rifles, shotguns, and a recoilless rifle in battle. It has also been reported that the touchscreen is used during interrogation scenes like Senran Kagura. There is some kind of closed destruction system in the game. Some of the voice actors in Bullet Girls have been announced. You can check out the small list below. Aya Sasaki, who plays Nana in Akibas Trip, Undead and Undressed. Aya Ushida, who plays Io in Devil Survivor 2. Kario Fukuhara, who plays Pearl Faye in Ace Attorney, and Sachika Masawa, who plays Shizuku in Akiba's Trip, Undead and Undressed. Bullet Girls is scheduled to be released August 28th in Japan, priced at 6,265 yen. We'll have more on this unique action title as it becomes available. And I probably slaughtered all those names, by the way. Kyle's probably laughing.
You didn't do too bad. It's okay.
Alright.
Alright, moving on. Detective-based RPG Pixel Noir is sleuthing its way to Vita. So, developed by SWD Tech Games, Pixel Noir is an RPG that combines film noir detective skills and traditional role-playing elements into a great-looking 16-bit game currently seeking Kickstarter backing. Taking inspiration from a whole host of games such as Final Fantasy series and Super Mario RPG, Pixel Noir places you in the shoes of an ex-police detective. 10 years ago, you lost your job due to poor leads on a cold case, and now your character spends his time drowning his sorrows with alcohol. However, new information is uncovered on the case that lost you your job, and with that, the character sets out to discover the truth about what happened all those years ago. It is said that combat will feature a destructible and interactive environment. For example, a bottle on the ground can be thrown at an enemy to injure them. A chandelier above the action can be shot down to squash unsuspecting enemies below it. Tables and chairs can also be used as makeshift cover, so by paying attention to your surroundings could make the difference in the course of battle. Another great feature of Pixel Noir is an in-game card game. What appears to be an enjoyable mini-game, the card combat game will actually be very extensive. The card game will be a fully functional game that you could spend hours playing and having fun with, according to the development team. Pixel Noir boasts an impressive development team, SWD Tech Games, which is made up of 12 team members. Each of the members of this team has a history of working with games, with staff previously working for DC Comics, Sony, and Square Enix. Pixel Noir's Kickstarter goal is to see the game launch on numerous platforms by the end of the year. Until then, you can listen to the part of this game soundtrack on our website. As always, the Vita Lounge will keep you updated on whether Pixel Noir meets its Kickstarter goal and any other news that emerges surrounding this promising title.
Yeah!
Alright, moving on. Amazon France lists a PlayStation 4 PlayStation Vita bundle. So Sony have long discussed the possibility of a PlayStation 4 PlayStation Vita bundle without actually confirming anything concrete. Thanks to a post on gameblog.fr, that could be about to change. Brought to our attention by PETA from our forum, the French gaming site suggests, via Amazon France, that on June 27th, which is a Friday, we will see the launch of a bundle for just under €580. This doesn't seem to represent that much of a saving, but whether it's true or not remains to be seen. We definitely think that a bundle which gets more Vita units out there can only be a good thing, but pricing is crucial. Do you think we'll see a bundle soon, and how much do you think it should be? You can let us know in the comments of that post. And another Amazon France leaking. Amazon France leaks Ratchet and Clank Trilogy Vita bundle, ? So not only is PETA from our forum on fire, but it seems that Amazon France either had a bit of a leak problem today or an over-enthusiastic employee adding products. Not content with suggesting a PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita bundle, Amazon now seem to be suggesting that we will see a bundle containing the Ratchet and Clank trilogy. This is not the first news we've had about the trilogy, as I've brought you the news about 2 weeks ago that the Italian PlayStation site had the game listed for release on July 2nd. Incidentally, this is the same date that this new bundle, which contains a Vita, the game, and an 8GB memory card, is set to release. We will reach out to Sony for further confirmation, but this looks even more likely with each passing day. Keep tuned to the Vita Lounge for more on Ratchet and Clank Trilogy.
Oh yeah. I would love to see that happen.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. It would fill out those big trilogies that everyone's waiting for.
Yeah.
And then they could focus on more games of other styles.
Yeah. Alright, to continue the news, Atelier Reyna Plus inbound June 20th, details and screens. The popular Alchemech, that sounds weird, but it's right. Alchemech RPG franchise from Gus carries on the tradition of the Atelier series, using alchemy as the main focal point. Atelier Reyna Plus focuses on the exploits of Aurelian Frixel, one of the most beloved characters of the Arlen trilogy. A young girl who is assigned to complete alchemy tasks over 3 years in order to keep her alchemy workshop and not be banished from the kingdom of Arland. Players can craft new items and also battle enemies using the power of alchemy. As all games in the Atelier series, this title is set against a stunning anime-like background with beautiful 3D graphics and is characterized by an elaborate crafting and synthesis system. And at the behest of a wide number of fans, Atelier Reyna Plus features a completely redone 3D character model for Reyna, but the improvements don't stop there, as the game itself has been significantly enhanced. The atom synthesis and crafting system has been redesigned for better playability, while there will be additional chapters and playable characters previously unavailable throughout the series. We are big fans of the series here at the Vita Lounge, and we have been told of many new additions to the title, which include new character models, additional stories, new chapters featuring Totori and Miruru, the main characters of the other two parts of the Arlen trilogy, extra content and new illustrations, improved synthesis system and new assignment system, new battle system with advanced battle features, skilled execution between various characters, etc. Over 30 different endings depending on how you interact with characters and complete your missions. The ending will change, making for extreme high replay value. And there's also cross-save/share data between the PS3 and PlayStation Vita versions. Also, check out the screenshots that we have on the post. And if you liked the other Atelier series, then you might want to check this one out. Next up, Senran Kagura Shinobi versus coming west this fall.
Yay!
Woo! Boobies! Anyways, Xseed has announced that everyone's favorite big-breasted ninja game is coming to North America. In addition to the digital download version, the main release medium for the title, Xseed will also produce a limited run of physical copies of the game, each set to come with a soundtrack, CD, and Shinobi syllabus, a guide containing profiles of the game's characters, strategies, and illustrations. If you're somehow new to Senran Kagura or have been avoiding it due to the lack of a Western release, here's a summary of the game provided by Slickonera. Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus immediately follows the events of Burst, revisiting the fierce rivalry between the girls of Hanzo National Academy and their sworn enemies from the Hibijo Clandestine Girls Academy. The latter of which have now gone underground and formed a mercenary strike team known as the Hamura Crimson Squad. In addition to their old adversaries, the Hanzo girls must also face a whole new set of foes, the students of Jensen Girls Academy, who seek to punish them for their imperfections as shinobi warriors. Meanwhile, a new class is in session at Hibijo. Oh gosh, here I go again. And these students mean business. They oppose all three of the competing factions and will stop at nothing to be the last shinobi squad standing, even if it means leaving broken bodies and shattered dreams in their wake. Senran Kagura Shinobi Versus will be released in North America this fall. No news on a European release yet, but if the pattern we've been seeing holds, then announcement can't be too far off. Yay! Kyle, you getting this?
Oh, yeah, I am. I'll probably be reviewing this one.
Are you going to get the physical version or the digital or whatever they send you?
I'll probably end up being whatever they send me.
I gotcha. Yeah, it doesn't sound like a game I would actually really want too much, but when they're releasing a limited amount of physical, it's like, well, if I do want it, I want it physical, not digital, damn it.
So you're going to buy it right away.
Yeah.
Once you get it.
Pretty much is what my mind thought about.
Yep.
Damn you, Exceed. Alright, next up, Hohokum comes to Vita. Hohokum, the adventure game from the British Honey Slug Games, is set to be released on the PlayStation Vita this summer, along with the release on the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. Richard Hogg, the co-creator of Hohokum, posted on the PlayStation blog that they took an extra month to make sure the art is refined and the right kind of wonky. The first of their developer diary, which focuses on the art of Hohokum, was also released on today along with the announcement. Check out the video if you want to check that out, of the art of Hohokum. Yeah, Hohokum. It looks pretty cool. I played it at PAX. It was interesting.
Alright, moving on with the news. So, Akibas Trip, Undead and Undressed is Xseed's biggest voiceover yet, with nearly 10,000 lines of dialogue. The game will feature dual audio, with players being able to choose between the original Japanese audio and an English voice track as well. Xseed claims that it has, quote, pulled out all the stops in order to capture the energy and culture of Tokyo's electronics district, Akihabara, which includes familiar landmarks and popular stops such as maid cafes and more. Launching in North America this summer, Akibas Trip, Undead and Undressed will feature strip portraits for all of the key male side characters. Once these portraits have been viewed, you can use these as wallpapers for the characters' in-game smartphones, which I know Tyler will be doing. As always, be sure to check the Vita Lounge for all the latest news regarding Akibas Trip, Undead and Undressed.
Woo!
You know you want those male wallpapers, right, Tyler?
Oh, yeah, Kyle. You know me too well.
Alright, moving on. Poor Tyler gets a little out of hand. Monster Monpiece coming west later this month. Risque card battle game Monster Monpiece is set to hit Western Shores as a digital download later this month. Idea Factory has announced that card battle strategy game is set to release on May 27th in North America and May 28th in Europe. The pricing for North America revealed to be $29.99. If you're interested in learning more about the title, there's a whole whack of previous coverage on our site. Otherwise, there's also some screenshots. And have a look at that game when it comes out at the end of the month. And over 60 Vita games incoming, no end in sight, Shahid. So regular viewers, or readers, I guess, of the Vita Lounge will know that we are big fans of Shahid Ahmad. If you don't know who he is, he's part of SCEE's strategic content team and has been very involved in making many existing Vita projects, not only the Indie Explosion, but other things such as Football Manager Classic and the recent JRPG campaign, which resulted in the future Western release of Tales of Hearts R. Being not only one of the most prominent figures within PlayStation that actually engages with the community, but also an ardent fan of the Vita itself, he recently tweeted, quote, "On the future of Vita games, my team alone has over 60 in the pipeline, and we're committed to dozens more with no end in sight. Remember, my team is not the only team in PlayStation working on Vita, and also there are more and more partners jumping on board, end quote. That's just 60 Vita titles that strategic content are involved with, many more being negotiated. With other teams working on titles in addition to this, we should have quite a few things to play for a while. So that's always good news, more Vita games in the pipeline.
That's good.
Because, I mean, that's 60 that his team are helping get or whatever, and I think there's like, I think on my list it's like over 150 that are supposed to be coming by the end of this year. So
we
lots of Vita games. Yes. You can tell by how backlogged we are in our reviews in some places that there's a lot of Vita games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last two news stories here. Sparkle 2 releases next week. There's a trailer. Check it out. Not really much more else to say other than it's cross-buy, and it supports cross-buy and will be featuring a free trial. The game will cost $7.99 in North America. We don't have a price for the EU gamers yet. So, yeah, Sparkle 2. Yay! I never played the first one, but it looks like one of those, I can't think of the game that it's like, but I don't know if it's my type of game.
Yeah, not necessarily mine either.
But if you're into it, then definitely grab the free trial and see if it's something you like. And the last story for today, Son of Scrosm launching soon. Have you ever played and enjoyed... Oh god, what is that? Irokanji? That's probably totally wrong. Bullet Candy or Scrosm? If so, this news post could be for you. The developer of those titles, Charlie Knight, took to the EU blog to announce that a sequel, Son of Scrosm, will soon be hitting the PlayStation Vita. Quote, I've tried to create something slick, varied, challenging, and fun that plays really well on PlayStation Vita. The game is a sequel to Scrosm, which was released in 2011, and oh god, I gotta sit up. And in essence, is a refinement of that game, taking the best bits and improving the rest, end quote. Son of Scrosm is a twin-stick shooter, though not in the typical survival style. Instead, the game is comprised of a series of interlinked levels that you progress through in a non-linear style. What that means is that there are multiple paths through the game, ranging from fairly easy routes to some that are pretty hardcore. The levels themselves are designed to be different, and there's a real variety of enemies, traps, and bosses for you to overcome as you explore the game and find all the exits. For scoring, you'll need to shoot enemies. You didn't see that coming. However, using your pulse attack to kill enemies will turn them into multiplier tokens that increase your multiplier and allow you to score more points per kill. If you're going to go for big scores, you'll need to work out the right balance between pulse attacking for multiplier tokens and shooting for points on any given level. Development for the game is almost finished, and Charlie is aiming for it to be released at the end of June. He says, quote, Son of Scrosm is in its final stages of development now, and it should be out around the end of June. At present, I'm working on getting trophies, leaderboards, and all that cool stuff in place. It's exciting to think that pretty soon folks will be able to play it, end quote. Check out the trailer. See if that's something that you're into.
Alright, well that's the end of news, but we also have the PlayStation Store top downloads for April 2014, so I'm going to read those out. So the PSN charts for April 2014 have been posted on both the US, which is the North American, and the EU PlayStation blogs. This month we've got a complete mix-up with results all over the place in the charts, so let's have a look. For North America, we've got the PlayStation Vita Top 10. In number 1, we've got Retro City Rampage. In number 2, Muramasa Rebirth. In number 3, Urban Trial Freestyle. In number 4, When Vikings Attack. In number 5, Dead Nation. In number 6, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. In number 7, Final Fantasy XX2 HD Remaster. In number 8, Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z. In number 9, Conception 2 Children of the Seven Stars. And in number 10, MLB 14 The Show. With PlayStation Mobile in North America, we've got number 1 is Solar Gallery, and number 2 is Don't Die Dateless Dummy. Number 3 is Trolley Bird, that clone of that stupid bird game. Number 4 is
Flappy Bird.
Yeah, I know. Flappy Bird. Yeah, that's what it was. Number 4 is Solar Weather, and number 5 is Solar Radio. And for Europe has a PlayStation Vita Top 20, so I'll read those out. Number 1 is The Walking Dead, the complete first season, which I recommend. Number 2 is Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. Number 3 is Killzone Mercenary. Number 4 is Ollie Ollie. Number 5 is Terraria, which Tyler loves. Number 6 is Dead Nation. Number 7 is Final Fantasy XX2 HD Remaster. Number 8 is TXK. Number 9 is Virtua Tennis 4 World Tour Edition. Number 10 is Earth Defense Force 2017 Portable. Number 11 is Injustice Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition. Number 12 is Fez. Number 13 is Rainbow Moon. Number 14 is Batman Arkham Origins Blackgate. Number 15 is The Walking Dead Season 2. Yay! Number 16 is Spelunky. And number 17 is Football Manager Classic 2014, which I'm sure Paul would agree with. Number 18 is Retro City Rampage. Number 19 is Silent Hill Book of Memories. And number 20 is Castle Storm. So there's quite a mix-up there. Usually they keep a lot of, the top games and stuff from the previous week, and it looks like pretty much most of everything has been mixed up and nothing is held, so it's quite a list.
Oh yeah, interesting.
I'm glad to see that Walking Dead made it such a prominent showing in Europe, though.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool.
That's good. It's a great game.
Yeah, it is. Very good. Looking forward to episode 3, whenever the hell they're going to give that to us.
Yeah. I'm surprised it's not on North America, but I'm pretty sure it's probably like right under MLB 14.
Yeah, it probably is.
So, but the US has a lot of games to offer, so
yeah, we need that top 20 list too.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, it would.
All right. Well, let's continue on with our listener mail for this week. What do we got, Kyle?
All right, well, we've got 2 comments here coming in from David Goodman via email. All right, so I'll read the first one, then we'll talk about it, and I'll read the second one, and we'll talk about that one. First one. I've watched the Sword Art Online anime, and the other day at my local bookstore, I was surprised to not only find the manga of Sword Art Online, but also the original light novel that kickstarted the franchise. Seeing as how Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment is a game about an MMORPG, I was wondering if any of you on the podcast have either already seen the anime or were planning to watch the anime prior to picking up the game for the PlayStation Vita. Or do any of you intend to read the book first?
Well, I've already watched the anime. I'm not much of a reader though, so I probably won't pick up the book. But yeah, I've already seen the anime, and you already know how excited we are for playing the game.
And Season 2.
Oh, yes. I will be on that.
Season 2 of the anime. I think that's like, it's either next month or the month after, I think. I forget.
Huh.
July. It's July.
Nice.
So yeah, July, new anime. So yeah, if you haven't guessed, I've also watched the anime. I thought it was awesome. I've also read the manga. I haven't read the light novel, but I've read the manga too. So yeah. Sword Art Online, that's awesome. I'm down for it.
I'm bugging all my friends at work about it that have Vitas, and they're like, yeah, we'll get it. And I'm getting them to watch the anime as well.
we're gonna have to set up some sort of X-Link Kai or something like that, those tunneling programs, so we can play ad hoc over the internet.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that.
Hopefully, they just need to announce like Wi-Fi infrastructure mode.
They could patch it in.
Yeah,
I think they're doing it with God Eater 2 in Japan. I think they're patching it.
Yeah, we should. That's the next thing we have to bug Namco about.
I agree. So everyone bug Namco about online in Sword Art Online.
Yeah, it's in the name.
Real infrastructure.
Just like, all right, here, look at the name of the game, Sword Art Online.
False advertising, yeah.
And yet it's not online.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Anyway. All right. Second little comment here. With the recent Friday announcement of Monster One Piece release dates, I was reminded across various websites through Discus of the ongoing debate over that game. This game has created a lot of controversy in its localization for both censorship and its ratings manipulation. I was wondering, what's your take on all the controversy behind Monstermon Peace release? Do you believe that this will bode well for publisher Idea Factory International, given that this is the first game in the West? And do you think controversy will embolden more companies to release more censored ports of their games or license fewer games outside of Japan?
Yeah, I know with Monstermon Peace they have those the card. It's a card game, right?
Yeah,
and it has they took some of the cards out because of what was on them.
I believe what it was that there was different upgrades. So you upgrade your card, it would change the picture.
Yeah, and some
of them got really risky, as more powerful. So apparently they didn't take the cards out. So those upgrades are still there. Yeah. It's just when you hit them, instead of switching the picture to a really, sexy picture of whatever the hell, these girls or whatever, then it just keeps the picture from before. So, if you're on, level 3 and level 4 is the one where it's, really risque that they want to, delete or whatever, the level 3 picture is to level 4 and you keep the same picture, but the card stats still. So, the levels are still there. It's just the pictures aren't there for the really sexy parts or whatever.
I gotcha.
So I don't know. I'm not big on censorship and stuff like that. There's no. I don't believe. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I don't believe there's any actual nudity, full frontal nudity in this game. So unless there's that, I really don't see a problem with it. I think the whole way that people view sexuality and whatever is a bit much. People take it way too seriously and stuff.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I think it could convince more developers to do that, though, considering it's a business and you want to get the most sales as possible. And if censoring your game is going to get more people to buy the game, why not? But I mean, at the same time, it can go the other way where people will be like, "Your game's censored, but I want the real thing. Why is Japan getting this and I'm not?" So it's a double-edged sword, and they got to really choose their battles. So I mean, I don't know. It could go either way, I think, personally.
I don't know. There should be a way to even if you're going to censor something, if you're going to bring it over here, and as long as it's not something illegal, I can imagine them censoring something illegal, but as long as it's not something illegal, there should be a way to get that content back. Sign up somewhere, to prove that you're an adult or whatever, whatever the case is that they would need you to do, and then you could get that content back.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good idea. If say the actual game itself gets released with this block or these changes, but you should be able to get that content back.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. As far as I think you mentioned here in the chat, that's not Idea Factory International's first game. They actually brought over Sorcery Saga, so it's not their first game, but it's kind of bad that their second game out of the gate is getting censored and then all this controversy and stuff. So not good. Doesn't bode well.
No. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see if any more companies decide to start doing that, but it's a possibility. I mean, it depends on what they make.
Yeah, I don't know. You got to look at other stuff like Senran Kagura, where people are lauding it for its sexuality.
Right.
Right. So if people are hey, I want this game just because it's sexy or whatever, and some people are really down for that. I kind of want it because I've seen the anime, and I think it's awesome that it's like that, but it's not that much of a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Some people are really into that, I guess, and I can understand why that would appeal to people, especially younger people.
Yeah.
And why that would sell more. And really, it's not it's not a naked woman or something, so it's really not harmful. So I don't see the problem with it.
Yeah.
Teach their own.
Yeah. All right. Well, is that all the listener mail we got?
Yes, it is. That's all listener mail.
All right. Well, speaking of Idea Factory and Sorcery Saga, my game recommendation for the week is Sorcery Saga.
Oh, I see what you did there, Tyler.
And I haven't played a whole bunch of it, but what I have played of it, I'm really enjoying it. I've been just swamped with so many other games lately that I haven't had a chance to go back to it. But I'm not really much of into like the strategy RPG where you have like the tiles, kind of like Disgaea, where you move like up or down, left or right, and then fight when you're in range or whatever. But this game does the same thing, and I'm actually really enjoying it. So you play as this girl that's trying to save her friend's curry restaurant, which sounds really weird, but you have to go into these like dungeons or whatever and find the best ingredients to make the best curry to take down the national chain that's coming in to take business from this local guy. So you do that, and it sounds really weird, and it is, but it's really fun. And yeah, it's a pretty deep RPG from what I've played so far, and like I said, I need to get more into it. So if you're into strategy RPGs or you want to try out a new RPG and you haven't, I would give this one a go. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
All right, and I think that's all we got for episode 25.
I believe so, Tyler.
Oh, quick, this is kind of for Kyle, but there's an update for Borderlands 2 that fixes bugs, so maybe some of the bugs that people have been having issues with are no longer there.
How big is this update, Tyler?
It was about 50-something megabytes.
Ah, all right. Well, it'll still fit on my card after I jammed all this stuff on here. Awesome.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this too and you've just got Borderlands, there's an update.
Yeah.
So go get it.
Which it should probably automatically make you do if you download it. If you get it physical, then you'll have to probably hit the bubble, or it will just yell at you like, "Hey, there's an update."
Or just hit the little refresh thing in the live screen, and then it'll come up. And then you hit the arrow, and then yeah.
Then you're ready to go. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we are ready to go, so let's get out of here. Remember, you can check all the news stories that we talked about on the VitaLounge.net. You can also find us all on Twitter. I'm at Mr. PSVITA Reviews. Kyle is at Teflon Tactics. Yuki is at Yuki_WR. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search the Vita Lounge. Don't forget to join the forum, join the conversation, talk to us about anything in there. Also, our YouTube channel, I finally caught up. We are now caught up to episode 24 of the podcast on YouTube. So if that's your format of watching or listening to us, then yay, you are now caught up. And episode 25 will be posted as soon as I get it edited tonight. So yeah.
and speaking of podcasts, Paul is working on getting us onto iTunes.
Woo!
So, yeah, we should be on iTunes soon. So everybody who's been, bugging us about when are we going to be on iTunes, blah blah blah, we'll be on iTunes soon, hopefully, and we will still have it the old method as well, where you can directly download the podcast from the site. So don't worry if you've been using that method; it'll still be there.
Perfect. Hopefully that will be very soon, because iTunes will be awesome to have our podcast on.
Very much so.
All right. Well, we are out of here, and I hope to hear from you next week. Ask us some questions. Send us some emails at vitalounge.net/pod. No, that's not right. At podcast. I haven't said it in so long, Kyle.
It's podcast at thevitalounge.net.
There it is. That's the one.
Yeah. Or you can tweet it at us, or you can just,
Facebook us.
Comment on our, posts on the site or something.
Send us a message through PSN.
Yeah, just get us your questions. You know where we are.
Yeah.
We've told you a million times. Get us your questions.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you next week.
Later, guys.